the next and most historic round trip to the moon. It is Collins who will be in charge of the cone-shaped command module, circumnavigating the moon as his two compatriots descend and land on the lunar surface. Born in Rome, Italy, October 31st, 1930, Collins served as pilot during the three-day Gemini 10 mission in 1966. Here, he describes the events leading up to his joining NASA.
Well, I was a fighter pilot for a number of years at various bases in California and overseas in France and in Germany. And then I went to the test pilot school at Edwards, and I was a test pilot there.
Astronauts. It's called Spacecraft 107, housing for the three men as they fly to the moon and back. The onboard oxygen, water, food, and electricity provide a self-contained bit of Earth environment for the astronauts. The command module is approximately 12 feet by 12 feet in size and weighs 13,000 pounds with the crew at liftoff. Through the years, the Apollo command module has been put through many rigorous tests, some, like this one, to prove its seaworthiness. Connected to the command module is the 22-foot-long. The service module engine will be fired, slowing them enough to go into lunar orbit. It is at this point that Armstrong and Aldrin crawl through the connecting tunnel into the lunar module. After aligning their guidance and navigation systems, the lunar module's engine is fired as a braking maneuver and to regulate their descent. The command pilot will look for the smoothest area to land on. And finally, touch down. Before doing anything else, the two men will prepare to launch themselves back into lunar orbit. Then astronaut Neil Armstrong will descend the last few feet by ladder to the moon's surface. Approximately 30 minutes later, he will be joined by Aldrin, and the two will explore, sample, and set their experiments. About 22 hours after landing, they will launch themselves off the moon. Rejoin Collins in the command module and prepare for the journey back to Earth and a Pacific recovery. Following recovery, they're biologically safe. Laboratory animals like these mice, which have lived all their lives in a germ-free environment, will be exposed to the samples and their reactions checked. Plant tissues, fish, and eggs will also be used in the biological tests. At the same time, tests on the 50 pounds of lunar samples will begin. After they are sorted and classified, trained eyes will try to discover some of the moon's many hidden secrets. Later, samples will be sent to waiting scientists all over the world for exhaustive analysis. In this decade, President Kennedy said, and so it...
But why some say the moon, the moon, the moon?
It was the speech about why we reach.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
See and hear President Kennedy's historic Space Challenge address to students and faculty at Rice University as it was delivered in Houston at 10:15 in the morning on September 12, 1962.
It is one of the great adventures of all time.
The Kennedy-Rice speech, 50 years later.
Into outer space. On every continent and in every land, the story of Sputnik 1 dominated the front pages. The Soviets had scored a scientific first, and the Moscow propaganda mill busily trumpeted the news. Animation showed what Sputnik 1, with its 4 aerials, looked like. There was a flood of films on studies. It was photographed from a plane, although only 23 inches in diameter. And observatories in both hemispheres, using powerful telescopes, were able to film Sputnik in flight. Most important of all were its beep, beep, beep signals. Recorded on tape, they unlocked secrets of space. News of a second Sputnik carrying a dog confirmed the opening of the space age. Enclosed in an air-conditioned capsule, the dog, a female called Laika, was history's first space passenger. The dog had been trained for satellite travel in a series of... Its height is recorded, 4 times that of Sputnik 2. Meanwhile, testing of mightier and more awesome missiles goes on. The greater the rocket size, the larger the satellite that can be flung into space. Telescopes, cameras, geographical spotting devices, and hundreds of other travel will no longer be a dream. These are the horizons unlimited that lie ahead in the space age. An era of danger, of challenge, of opportunity.
Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over.
Neil Armstrong's been on the lunar surface now almost 45 minutes.
Columbia, this is Houston, radio 11, clear, over.
Yeah, radio loud and clear, how's it going?
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. I believe they're setting up the flag now.
Great.
I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit. How is the quality of the TV?
Oh, it's beautiful, Mike, it really is.
Oh, gee, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.